One proof of the reappearance of the Joy Boy figure to the world is the emergence of the sound of the Drum of Liberations. This was revealed directly by Zunisha to Momonosuke in the last chapter yesterday. Zunisha himself also confirmed that the new Joy Boy figure is currently in Wano. Speculation was rapidly emerging that the figure that Zunisha was referring to was Luffy. The name Joy Boy has become a hot topic of conversation among One Piece fans after what happened in the previous chapter. In chapter 1028 yesterday, we were surprised by the appearance of Zunisha in the Wano area. Then we see how the discussion among the Gorosei is about the legendary devil fruit that hasn't been resurrected for a long time. But before we start this video, please smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click notification bell, or you will miss future anime videos. And the highlight of it all is how Momonosuke later revealed about the figure of Zunisha, who was a nakama of Joy Boy 800 years ago. And the most recent was shown in chapter 1043 yesterday, where Zunisha confirmed that Joy Boy was in Wano, and he heard the sound of the Drums of Liberations, a sound he had not heard since 800 years ago. However, just like the theory about the emergence of Joy Boy, which was discussed in the previous video, whether we realize it or not, the sound of the Drum of Liberations has also appeared for a long time, along with various signs of the appearance of the figure of Joy Boy. There is some evidence of this, first in chapter 253. In chapter 253, which is part of the Skypia arc, it shows how Luffy, the Straw Hat crew, and the other Sky Islanders are partying in front of a huge bonfire. This chapter, apart from being the first clue to the appearance of Joy Boy, who is a silhouette of Luffy, also has the sound of drums accompanying the party. The sound of the drums as well as the silhouette of Luffy reappeared in chapter 300, after Luffy and the others managed to defeat Enel. In the bonfire party, the sound of the Drums of Liberation was heard again with the same pattern or rhythm. What is interesting is that the sound of the drums does not always have a positive context. In chapter 287, it is shown that the sound of drums has been used since 400 years ago to perform a ritual where they will sacrifice human lives. This is also interesting because it means that the sound of the Drum of Liberations has two meanings and two opposite sides, namely positive and negative. The same thing is heard again in chapter 289. Maybe for chapters 287 and 289, the meaning of the Drums of Liberation is to free them from a curse that has to sacrifice humans, based on the explanation above. This again shows how unique and genius Ichiro Oda is in providing clues about what will happen to the story. So far, we never thought that the rhythmic pattern or sound of the drums that emerged had a deep meaning and even had two different sides. However, as it is also revealed in other videos, that it is possible that the sound of this Drum of Liberations has a similar sound or rhythm pattern to the heartbeat sound of those with determination D, which in this case is Luffy. So, in other words, the sound of the Drums of Freedom is the sound of Luffy's heartbeat not giving up. This seems quite reasonable for several reasons. First, only Zunisha heard the sound of the Drums of Freedom, which of course felt strange. Everyone should be able to hear the drums. Then, in Onigashima, it felt like no one was holding or playing the drums. I have a theory that the straw hat Luffy is wearing is not just any straw hat. Maybe with Luffy's Devil Fruit awakening, the spirit of Joy Boy awakens, or Joy Boy does come out of the straw hat that Luffy uses. But it looks like it's 90% impossible. I can't describe it too broadly. The bottom line, in ancient times, the straw hat symbol was freedom. That's the reason why Im-sama kept the giant straw hat in Mary Joy's. It could be that the straw hat in Mary Joy's is Joy Boy's straw hat. I'm really curious about the next chapter. What do you think? Do you agree with this?